What's up, family? Do you ever feel like you get stuck in strategy? You're always making these plans, but can oh Lord, hold on. Give me a second. Oh shit. All right, let's try this again. Do you ever feel like you get stuck in strategy? You make these plans that you never ever accomplish? Today we about to bust this bitch wide open because we gotta start accomplishing. That's what we're going to talk about today. How to avoid strategy pitfalls. Goal setting. Welcome to the V. Terrell Hill Show live at 5 Monday through Monday. Live at 5. You and I, we just going to chat about really whatever the algorithms say. Quick note, if you come to this episode 48 hours after it's published, there will be timestamps for you to move forward to get any of the great content that I'll be talking about today. But if you come before the 48 hours, have patience. Hell, I'm getting there. You don't want to come off of this. You need to stay on this video to the end. Oh, matter of fact, I got a special offer for you anyway at the end of the video. So stay on. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Follow me on all social media at Terrell Hill. And that's that. According to a survey, we're going straight into it today because I'm tired. According to a survey by the Opinion Corporation, 48% of Americans set New Year's resolutions. All right, bam. So there's 55% of motherfuckers who do not care. 45% of them, do. Only 8% of the 45 successfully achieved those goals or those resolutions. Now, even though we're not talking about New Year's resolutions, I think it still applies as it relates to goal setting. Why is it that there are more plans for goals to be set than actually goals being set? Well, let me tell you this. You are not lazy and you are not unorganized and all of the things that you told yourself you were because you were not achieving your strategic planned goals. I'm going to say it again because I don't think they heard me. You're not lazy. You're not unorganized. You've just been fumbling a little bit. I'm going to help you today. The problem is you've made plans with your future self while your current self needs awards and reward. Bars. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, please. You have made plans to make your future self better without setting up the plan to also include rewarding your current self. You got it? So explanation. Future self wants to get education, lose weight, come out of debt, start a business, whatever. Current self wants to be comforted, wants to be coddled. And so you set these plans for future self. And then when you go to current self and say, get your ass up because we got plans to accomplish, current self like, bitch, ain't nobody got time for that. So what you got to do is you have to set up your plans to include rewarding your current self. Now, current self is interesting because current self likes to be comfortable. The islands say comfortable. Comfortable. They like to be comfortable. Here's an interesting story I read today. Don't go nowhere. I'm telling you, it's going to get better. Don't go nowhere. Victor Hugo. If you don't know who Victor Hugo is, he's the author that wrote The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Victor Hugo, per his publisher, had 1 year to write the book. Victor Hugo was like, I'm going to party, I'm going to entertain guests, and I'm going to, do other stuff. Which is something, as a side note, we got to focus on one thing at a time. But that's another episode for another day. So then the publisher's getting pissed off because the publisher said, Victor, you're doing everything but what you're supposed to be doing, writing the goddamn book. So Victor says, okay, bet. Here's what I'm going to do. Now, he did it with a little force because the publishers actually gave him a date and was like, you got to have this book done by this date. So what Victor does is Victor says, I'm going to take all of my clothes, remove them from my house, and lock them up. The only thing that I'm going to keep in my house as relates to clothes is my night clothes. I don't know what the hell they wore back then. Probably little gowns, child, something like that. The reason why he did that was because it would force him to never leave his house if he had nothing to wear. Because he made himself uncomfortable, he ended up writing the book and turning it in 2 weeks early. And that book is the famed Hunchback of Notre Dame. That leads me to my first point. You get stuck in strategy and in planning and setting goals without accomplishment because you are too comfortable. You're way too comfortable. Now, I'm going to give a personal story. I did some work for someone that was good work. It was such good work that I arranged a deal where I would get residual for a year that was amounted to a lot of good money. I mean, it was decent money. Because of the setup of the residual, I said, I'll take a couple of months and relax. Now, this is my therapy told me to take a couple of months and relax. I was like, bet, will. And then I set all of my goals down the line. I would probably get started around December or something like that. Well, the person I made the deal with got upset with me because I didn't do what they wanted me to do and canceled the deal and took my money. Now, this is a little bit of a messy story. Don't get sidetracked. I'm going somewhere with this. When that happened, I had to ask myself some tough questions. Like Vitor Hill, what are you going to do? And myself said to me, are you an entrepreneur? I said, well, yes, I am. And myself said, get to work. I realized then that because I had so much money coming in, I had gotten comfortable and wasn't working. Then it happened a second time when I had a client lined up, contract lined up, and the reality was that contract I was signing was going to put me right back at the financial state of the nigga who stole my money. And I was like, yes. And then he flaked out last minute. And I thought to myself, okay, what you going to do, Vitor Hill? And I said to myself, fuck it. I'm going live every single day of my life until I bust this motherfucker wide open. The reality is I could have been going live Monday through Monday back when I started my year hiatus with the residual money. Now, I'm skipping out a lot. Don't get lost in the money story. I got a point. The point is I was so comfortable. I was okay with having plans 3 months down the line while doing nothing now. And I'm telling you, one of the line items when you are making strategic plans and setting goals is how comfortable am I? Maybe you need to leave the city you're in. Maybe you need to leave the job you're in. Maybe you're doing something that is causing you so much comfort that you really, it's going to be almost impossible to break out of the mold to accomplish the goal. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. I ain't going to be up here long. I'm almost done. I'm tired, I said. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Follow me on all social media at Vitor Hill. I post up positive quotes and happy stuff every single day in my Reels, TikTok Shorts, and Facebook Reels. Follow me on Twitter if you like political me, because that's where I do my political just chat, is on Twitter. All right, number 2, you ready? You actually using your plans or strategies as a way to fool yourself into believing you are active in accomplishing your goals. Now, oh boy. Now, I ain't never heard nobody say this before, and I think this is good. How long have I been up here? 9 minutes. I think this is good because this is another pitfall that I fell into. Because I had the plan in place, the fact that I had the plan made me too comfortable. The fact that I had it strategized and written out on my wall over here and had done the research and everything I needed to do put me in a relaxed state. I used the plans as my excuse, my plans for tomorrow as my excuse to relax today. So you got to watch the deception of it all. Just because you're planning don't mean nothing. Just because you have a plan don't mean nothing. You actually have to have a plan and then a plan to start the plan. Oh boy. All right. Good child, I'm hot. Now, number 3, you are over planning. That is another deceptive strategy to keep you tied up so that you don't really have to feel the fear and the anxiety and take the risk. Maybe it's a financial risk, maybe it is an emotional risk, maybe it is a career risk. Maybe you might have to move out of town or change your friends. As long as you have the elaborate plan and that's it, and you put all of your value in the plan, you will fail to take the risk. And if there's no risk, there's a miss. Anything you plan on doing and there's no risk, there's a miss, especially if you're in this goddamn capitalism America. If there is no risk, there is a miss, because nothing worth having is free. So if you made a plan and you're actually trying to plan to break the mold, to create a new lane or something like that, and there is no risk involved, oh, child, stop wasting your time. You ain't no entrepreneur. Go to the 9 to 5 and shut up. All right. So now you might say, V. Terrell Hill, you're talking about current self needs to be rewarded while you're building future self. So how do I do that? I'm glad you asked. But before I answer that, like, share, subscribe, comment. Follow me on all social media at V. Terrell Hill. You can go to my website, vterrellhill.com. Hell, you can even email me at info@vterrellhill.com. And if you get real spicy, DM me. It's going to how I'm feeling. I might respond. Anyway, how do you reward current self as you embark upon the arduous journey of improving future self? It's best to plan small than not to plan at all. Plan small. Because by planning small, you create easily obtainable goals that will release the reward dopamine in your head and give yourself the pleasure that it likes, your current self the pleasure that it likes, while simultaneously making small steps to the you that you want to be. So plan small. Here's what I'd like to do with my people I consult, which I'll be talking about at the end of this video. So please, if you hear me, please stay to the end of this video. The second module of my Entrepreneur Me program is about starting, where I have my clients create the life that they want, but primarily focusing on one particular thing they want to accomplish. And then go all the way back to now. Now, make this extravagant and elaborate as you can, because planning is free. Imagination don't cost you anything. So make it as elaborate as you can. It might take you 3 to 5 years to accomplish this, but baby, we are not in a rush. Get that rush energy off of you. We ain't in no rush. We're going to take our time and do this right. We're building legacy. We're building kingdoms. We're building something for somebody to be like, well, God damn, where the hell that? I didn't even think. We're creating new paths. We ain't trying to stunt for social media. We ain't trying to prove nobody wrong. Because if you get stuck in that proven wrong stage, you'll get your feelings hurt a lot in this journey. Because they don't always, all right, hold on. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. I might do that, talk about the journey tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see what the algorithm is saying. Anyway, you plan small and you accomplish the small goals that lead you to the ultimate accomplishment of the goal proper. By doing that, You're able to reward current self while not risking slowing down the advancement of future self. Number two, shut up. Shut up. You are talking too much. Now, I need y'all to listen to me. Before I get into this, like, share, subscribe, and comment. This is important. What I'm about to say next is going to enlighten the hell out of you, and you're going to be glad you heard this. Listen to what I'm about to say. Making goals and any progress towards implementation generate positive reward feelings. Okay? In order for these emotions to be motivational until the goals are complete, it has to be time released. Now, this is scientific. Hey, Robert, welcome, brother. Yeah, man, you late, man. It's every day, 5 to 5:15. It has to be time released. Are you following me? So setting goals creates, and the acknowledgement of the awesomeness of those goals create a dopamine reward release that must be timed. Again, we're talking about shutting up. Shut the hell up. All right? Now, when you talk about your goals, and the more you talk about those goals and you get people to buy into them and they get excited with you, that increases the dopamine release in your head and tells your brain the goal has been achieved. Literally. So then your brain is like, oh, we're done. And that's why you've been so good at planning, but not executing. Because you got caught up in the high of planning and you spent hours and hours planning and feeling it. And oh, you feel that. Oh my God, that was so good. Oh my God, that was the greatest idea ever. Oh, don't you feel that? That's creative. And then once you leave the planning session, it's like, why? You put too much into it. And then you go telling people about it, talking, and you're letting too much dopamine get released in your brain that's supposed to be time regulated, which is the reason why you make smaller goals that you can obtain or achieve easily so that you can get you a little sprinkle of the dopamine fairy dust. See, I told you it was going to be good and enlighten you. Now, praise the Lord. Yes, sir, Bernard Holman, a little sprinkle of the dopamine fairy dust. So you have to be quiet. You have to not say anything. There's an old proverb that says the more people that's around a candle, the longer the light burns. So, oh, that's right. I forgot. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, please. Thank you. Follow me on all social media at VTerrell Hill. Email me at info@VTerrell Hill. Go to my website, VTerrellHill.com, and fill out the form for the newsletter at the bottom of the the website. So you literally have to set the goal, monitor your emotions, all right? Be quiet about it, and allow your body to serve you what it needs while you're working on the arduous task of accomplishment. Block competition. So here's some bonus. Block your competition, because you'll start judging yourself by what your competition is doing, and focus on you. And if you do that, how long have I been up here? 19 minutes, good, because I'm tired. Now, if you do that, I promise you, you will accomplish every goal you ever set. All right? Now, I got something special I want to offer y'all out there. I talked about this already in my in this episode, midway, is about the Entrepreneur Me program. If you need some help accomplishing your goals, if you need some assistance, then email me at info@vitorelhill.com and put in the subject line, hold on, strategize. That's right. Strategize in the subject line. I'll give you a free 30-minute consultation where we will work it out. I promise you, this consultation will change your life. All right? I'm up out of here. Y'all don't block them, then welcome them. Don't block them, welcome them. You know, Bernard, there are some niggas out there I don't want to see anymore. And I've literally unfriended them because they're distracting. So let me probably prune that statement. Anything that will distract you from the arduous journey of goal accomplishment, get them out your life. Cut them. Cut them clean. Because you cannot attract if you are, hold on, how can I say this? If you are hold on. Okay. If you are distracted, you cannot attract it. Bam! There it is. I got to write that down. If you are distracted, you cannot attract it. All right. Hold on, I got to write that down. If you are distracted, you cannot attract it. All right, I'll be live every day, Monday through Monday from 5 or 5:15 if I'm running late. And we're going to have a conversation about whatever the algorithm gods tell me to talk about because I'm clearly their bitch in 2022. Y'all be blessed. Bye.